Hi guys, how are you doing today? This is Professor Varun Shinoy with the session number 6 of ESEP. Last class we understood what is a resume, what is a CV or a biodata, and also we understood what are the important or the key components of a CV. I hope all are working on that resume and CV, and I'm curious to see you that soon with from you people. So today in this session, I'm gonna speak about what is an aptitude test or what is an employability or employment selection test in detail. Aptitude test is generally held in both the private sphere as well as sector undertakings. Okay, the exams that happen in the public sector undertakings are called as competitive exams also, whereas the private corporations and the companies call the test as aptitude test. Let's say Infosys, CTS, Cognizant, or Ernst and Young, or any uh, IT or business process management organization. Okay, if you cannot or if you do not clear the aptitude test, it's impossible for you to go to the subsequent or the next level of selection process by the HR. So mastering aptitude test is very essential for each and every one of you to land in a very commendable job at good corporations and companies. Let us break down what actually is inside aptitude test and why it is essential. Aptitude test is essential, my dear friend, so that the employer will come to know how much you are mentally prepared and what is your cerebral capacity to handle challenges in workplace or stress or pressure or simultaneous networking, multitasking. So your scores on a psychometric scale shall help the HR to know who are you, what are you, can you be taken up for further hiring process and can be job offered finally. All right. So the first section of any aptitude test includes mathematical or quantitative aptitude. As you all know that any problem or challenges in an organization or even in a larger sphere needs it to be converted into numerical terms. Converting into numerical terms any problem statement will allow a bird's eye view of the problem for the management as well as the individual problem solver, and accordingly we can devise solutions to solve that problem. So transforming a problem into a digital or numerical statement is the purpose of analyzing your mathematical or quantitative skills. So, what can are asked in questions under this section involves time and distance, measurements, matrices, sets, surds, algebra, distance covered problems, probabilities, and some statistical problems. So, I urge you people to please visit your mathematics, geometry, algebra, number series of your high school and schooling life and refresh your mathematical knowledge, because end of the day business is all about maths, correct, and you are all BBA students. So calculations, analysis and measurements need a lot of mathematical abilities to gauge certain things. Okay, let's move on. This next section is called as data sufficiency. Data sufficiency is a problem statement which is given to test your decision making abilities, your determining skills under chaotic and pressure conditions. If you want to work after BBA, you should be a first class decision maker. A simple example of a data sufficiency would be in a class of 30, how many you can determine are bald people. So, literally, if there are no bald people, you have to say that data is insufficient. But if there are two people are involved, you are bald. So out of 30, 22 are considered as bald. So you have to frame your answers with justification because any decision making should be based on data, on information that has been gathered. If you are unable to decide, then you need to ask for more data. You have to inquire or investigate. So data sufficiency will be mathematical problem statements. So I urge you to please learn the chapter of probabilities. Very hard permutations and combinations to match your data sufficiency skills. The third section is called as analytical or logical reasoning. Analytical and logical reasoning involves problems in how many different ways an apple, single apple, can be shared to five people, right? So how are you going to match the pieces? So this kind of logic you have to generate by looking at that problem. So it is also a part of maths. Fourth section, my friends, is test of English language. As I told you in the last class in resume, in your personal data, no matter how many regional languages you are aware to read, write, and speak, English remains the common business languages where the nations interact and how the reporting process happens in softwares like CRM, SAP's inputs, or software programming all happens in English reporting. So you have to generate your English abilities. I urge you to please revisit your grammar which you left behind and put more focus on sentence framing abilities, parts of speech, grammar like adjectives, verbs, nouns, pronouns, active voice, passive voice, conjunctions, interjunctions, joiners. So I'm sure that in the earlier semester you had first sem and second sem, you had this subject called as business communications in Srinivas University. So I urge you to again revisit your first and second semester performance and know a better grammar, letter writing, request letter, sales letter. So all this test of English language will come in your aptitude test. Fifthly, you have something called as GK or general knowledge or current affairs or general awareness. So in this section, there will be questions on geographies of the world or about the legal, about the political knowledge that will be tested. For example, who is the CEO of Apple? Who is the CEO of Infosys? So you should have, and what is the stock market indicator today? How much is the BSE Sensex today? So these kind of information should be in your fingertips or in the tip of your tongue so that you answer it. So you must be knowing what is economics, purchasing power parity theory, what is GDP, gross domestic production. Okay, so this comes under the current affairs, general knowledge, or general awareness section. So I would like to recommend a website in this class for you all, a fantastic website for you to prepare for your aptitude or sharpen your aptitude skills. It is called as indiabix.com. So I urge you to please make a note of it. www, that is triple w dot India, that's your country, India, bix.com. So this website is very essential for every student to do practice of all the problems of maths and quantitative aptitude. My dear students, you generally or you basically have to acquire the speed to answer this test, because this is generally a 1 hour examination or a 30 minutes test, meaning whatever the question that is you see in the aptitude test, you will have maximum only 1 minute time to answer or clear it, or maybe sometimes in certain cases where quick thinking, you may have to answer two questions in 1 minute. So in 60 seconds, you have to shoot two birds. So I urge you to practice your mathematical abilities. For example, if I ask you what is the cube root of 81, or what is the 5 times square root of 27, right? Prime numbers, integers, so you must develop your internal numerical abilities, current affairs. You have to make your conscience strong with aptitude, because only if you have the right aptitude, it will shape your attitude. Okay. I'm going to explain you about attitude a little bit differently in coming classes, but aptitude defines how your attitude should be. As vice versa, attitude also reflects on your aptitude. So why the aptitude test is gauged or analyzed by the companies? Because they also would like to know not only your knowledge but what kind of attitude you have for problems. It all depends on the scores. So you have to practice maths either before you go to bed or if you wake up from the bed, so that you become strong. Now, this aptitude test will also help you for your career. If you do not want a job after your BBA, if you are planning to take up MBA for writing KMAT, MAT, CAT, all these entrance examinations, you need aptitude test. So I urge you to, because your minds are fresh, fifth semester, you must be some 18, 19, okay, 20. So it is the right time for you to reload maths and English grammar, so that these are the basic things that is needed for you to clear, and reasoning of course. Okay. So after your what to say control over this exam, you can also plan to write railways exam if you're planning for job working in a government sector, or bank IBPS. To master this examination, there are institutes who do special training on bank examinations, on IAS training, IAS coaching. So if you would like to also get this kind of coaching, you can also always contact me. But if you would like to get aptitude test knowledge on a basic sense or a basic way, indiabix.com is more than enough, my dear friends. So this is very essential. You can also develop your general affairs knowledge by reading this Malayalam Manorama yearbooks, or you should develop a flair for reading newspapers. So I know many of my students are not reading newspapers. They only are worried about fake news or social media. They are glued. That's not a problem, because you are in that generation. But if you would like to develop yourself and move on from student to employable graduate, then you have to develop your general knowledge in terms of what's happening in my country, what's happening locally, what's happening internationally. So you read English newspaper, because reading English newspaper will improve your vocabulary. Okay. So the Times of India, the Indian Express, the Hindu, the Economic Times, it's also available online. If you are unable to get the paper copy of these, internet has blessed you this generation. So you can just log in to the websites of these newspapers and go to the business section, sports section, and try to find out your the knowledge. You also have to have a strong knowledge of data and aptitude in sports, because if you take example of cricket, you will have to calculate the scores, right? The average strike rate. So all these things comes under a software. To interact with software, you should know the numerical abilities, the coding, the binary codes, so that the software calculates and give you the required output. So, my dear friends, before I log out of this direct contact class virtually, the aptitude test is a primary test that will do the first or the second round of screening. The first round of screening in an interview opportunity is done by robots nowadays. So you once you put your resume to the portal or to the company through application and registration, the robots will scan the CV to see whether the CV is matching to the job opportunity that's been posted, and then they will send you the call letter. And in the call letter, the first round of interview is called as aptitude test. Okay, so in the aptitude test, you have to give by mastering these five sections. First section, mathematical or quantitative. Second one, data sufficiency. Third one, analytical or logical reasoning. Fourth one, of test of English language. Fifth one is current affairs, general knowledge, and general awareness. All right. So I urge you to also Google this information, what I have said, and add extra information. And do not forget indiabix.com. Now, before I wind up today's session, I would like to tell you how an aptitude test is generally given. Okay, to give aptitude test, there are several methodologies. The first and foremost important methodologies to give an aptitude test is your old school method. In the old school method, what happens is the HR or the recruiting team will generally come to educational institution. You must have heard about campus recruitment. It happens here. So the HR will travel and find a classroom where all the job seekers will be gathered, and they will be given a question paper. So in a 30 minutes time, one or two questions you have to keep on hitting it. And there are choice based questions. Okay, and there are also without choice but only fill in the blanks question. And there are word passages or sentence passages that shall have certain pointers or certain postulates as to what you think of that paragraph, what you think of the story, the opinion builders. Okay, so you all have to tick it. So please carry your own pen in such a situation, and also please carry calculators and a sheet of paper for working out. So sometimes you need a sheet of papers to work it out. So please carry it. Don't ask for sheet either with the placement officer or the HR. So that is reflects your let's say professional incompetence. Okay, so always be particular. Particular. Now, due to the COVID 19 or this coronavirus, online interviews have become very popular. I feel even in your time, if you are looking for a job, the interview is going to be online, meaning you have to invest in your own electronic or IT infrastructure, where you have to give the your aptitude test by using your smartphone. So the company will give you the name of the app, which you have to download it from the Play Store and put it in the phone. Post that, you may need your earphones, and then once you click on the app, that will be clearly guided as to what you are supposed to do and how you are supposed to give the test. While doing so, all your data is captured, your class, your name, your mobile number, your email ID that is required for the recruiter to contact you post if you are clearing the aptitude test, so that you can go to group discussion or just a minute or further rounds of interview. Remember, aptitude test is only a first round of interview. It's not a selection method, but it is an important door. Okay. Nowadays, the companies have also started administering interview link based. So they will send you link on a mail, and also they'll give you your login credentials. So you have to open your mail, click on it, then it will go to any browser and you have to give the test. This was done by the corporates because the candidates can give this aptitude test even from their house. or anywhere or any corner of the world. Okay, so aptitude test is given in three different ways. One is through app based by using your phone. Second one is through email link based, which is opening in your browsers where you have to put your credentials and use your own laptop, your own internet, my friends. As I said, you're all digital warriors and clear, just like this online class. Third one, if 3 years from now or 4 years from now, again, if everything is open, the company is going to come to the exam and you have to do the ticking aspect. And some companies also used to do the mobile aptitude as well as your link based aptitude by even in campus, because they should be sure that nobody is copying and all are following ethical practices. Advanced digital companies also have got as a robot invigilator, meaning if you copy paste anything from your window to the Google, you will lose the opportunity. The test window will automatically close down. That means you have an eye on the right side of the aptitude test that will be counting the time and is watching you. So if you minimize, that amounts to your unethical practices. But I'm sure my students will be heavily prepared and armed to nail this aptitude test and clear and move on to the further rounds and get subsequently selected. So, with this breakdown of aptitude test sections, how it is given and why it is essential, I sign off from this session number 6 from employment skills, and see you soon in the next class. If you have any doubts, please write it down. Once we gather in October, I have promised I will clear it out. Take care, stay safe, bye.